Okay. Sorry. Setting everything up now. Okay. Oh, poopy. Why am I so bad at this sometimes? I gotta figure out how to set this live stuff to just like be perpetual whenever it goes live. Just don't know how. Okay. Let me adjust my audio levels. Where is it? There we go. No, give me the... Ugh. Weird. Whatever. Sorry, just troubleshooting a couple things around here. Okay, that's enough of like not talking and not saying anything while we're live. Come on now, GC. Get your act together, buddy. Silent streamer 0 to 10. I know, right? It's okay. We figured it out. We figured out what I was responding to some things. Some things are goings on. Ba 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 ba. Boop. Okay. Also, hey, guy. How do you feel about Kiwami 3? Ah. I don't feel great about it. I talked about it on the podcast. That episode's going out tomorrow. I gotta remember to get everything ready for it. and put it out tomorrow. And then I'm gonna be talking about it somewhere else tomorrow as well, but you might not see that for a little bit. And then yeah, you know, TLDR, not a fan. Not a fan. Not happy about it. But more so just sort of like, you know, honestly a little surprised they would go there. Obviously I can't talk about like what actually, like, what entails the changes in Kiwami 3, because that would be spoilers. I spoiled it for myself, largely because I was already not going to play the game for the casting decisions that the game made. But you know, what the heck? I'm surprised. I'm legitimately surprised that they even went that far, that they would go so far as to do the things that they did. I think it is a terrible idea. I think it was a terrible decision. I think it was a terrible decision. I think it did not do them any favors in the public eye, but also I feel like it tarnishes a lot of like that franchise's history. And I think like, yeah, I think it's bad. Okay, I'm gonna try to fight this boss. I did peek a little bit ahead. I looked at the RPG site walkthrough that was spoiler free for the most part, which was nice. And this is technically a post-game boss that you can just fight now. And I'm gonna see if I can beat it. I think I'm still gonna get my butt handed to me, but we're gonna give it a shot, right? Because if I can win, then you know, that's fine with me. What is Kyoto Animation 2? I don't understand the reference. Oh, come on. You're gonna do all that and then you're gonna defend yourself? That's so stupid. Whatever. Omni heal. Re-up your oomph. Always remember to re-up your oomph. PP Vasquez. Hello, Nat. Welcome. I think I'm gonna get to the end of the game today, Nat. I think I'm beating the game today. Like, I think it's happening. I'm gonna cop out with Caradoc, because maybe I can bounce some damage back to it. Damn it. Oh, we're not casting any spells on him, I don't think, so... Oh, fuck. Okay, that's fine. Ramza needs you. I know, I gotta go back and play more. I don't know, I've been like in a weird mood where like I'm not interested in playing any of the RPGs that I have. This I'm playing because of, you know, it's the stream. So I gotta be consistent. Oh my god. Jesus. Since when does he get 3 turns?
Thank you very much.
Oh, come on. We got a Kazing at the risk of everybody dying. Because he's gonna go first. Oh, thank God, it's a defense round.
It's fine.
Embrace variable intervals. Yeah. Killed animations. The animations was started to an artist that killed multiple people. Jesus, for that joke, I am unmodding you. You have lost your mod privileges. That was indeed too far. That was too much. But yeah, I want to play more tactics, but I've been like weird about it. Cause like tactics is cool, but also, and people might look at me like funny for saying this, or for even attempting this. I'm trying not to grind in that game.
Thank you very much.
I'm trying not to grind in that game. And I'm having some trouble. I'm having some trouble with it. Because that game is kind of like, everyone keeps telling me, oh no, that game's like designed for you to grind in it. And I'm like, no. No, it's not. You're a liar. You're a liar, liar, pants on fire. No, absolutely not. I won't. I won't do it. And everybody keeps telling me, oh, just like grind a couple levels. And I'm like, no, I will not. And I've got that fucking brain worm. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Be careful.
What a joke.
How's that?
Well, we're dead. You know, I really got to switch Staff of Resurrection onto Matilda. Oh, but he's not even like... He wasn't even like yellow. Right? Like, he's still like full... Yeah. I mean, clearly this boss is like... clearly I'm supposed to be fighting this guy a lot later. I just thought maybe, you know? I thought maybe. Maybe I could beat him.
Just what I needed.
Oh, you're dead, Matilda. It's one of the most tempting games to grind in. It fucking isn't designed for it. Just like, it do take some forethought on like what skills abilities you prioritize for, or banking JP for big skills first, or focusing on level to get more advanced jorbs. It's daunting for sure, though. Lots of options. I don't know. I think I'm gonna say it. I think people have overblown the difficulty of Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't think you have to plan ahead that much. I think you have all the tools at your disposal. I think if you didn't have the tools at your disposal, it meant that you have horribly sabotaged your own playthrough. And I'm gonna prove it. See, the problem is that when I started playing, everybody was like, oh yeah, so like, you know, the game's kind of built around grinding. More than one person told me that, and I was like, and because I'm a stubborn asshole, as I am known to be, right? I was like, bet. So now it's like, I know you weren't saying it, but now it's like, okay, now I have something to prove. How's it going, GC? How's your day been? It's been good so far. I haven't been up for that long, but it's been good so far. I'm currently in a weird state of mind. Not a state of mind, but sort of like I have to go to my grandfather's. We're holding a mass for my grandfather on Saturday. I'm not a religious type, but they decided not to do a funeral. So We're going to do a public mass or something. Basically, we're gonna go to a church. And I don't like churches. They make me uncomfortable. I do not find solace in the house of God, of the Christian God. So I'm a little weirded out about that. I'm a little weirded out about my grandpa being dead. But yeah. So I'm kind of like, you know, all over the place a little bit. But I'm okay. Like, I'm not like, you know, thank you. But I'm okay. You know. I just don't know how I'm gonna react when I see his ashes. And I get in my dad's Chevy Silver. What are you talking about, Nat? What does that have to do with anything? Building that is big to make you feel small. Yeah. But yeah, like, I'm not like I'm just like I'm not like dreading it. I'm just not sure how I'm going to react. Because I've always been kind of weird with sorry to make it a somewhat of a somber conversation, but I never really know how to like I always feel like the way I process death and the way I like come to terms with a loved one passing away is very different from the way like a lot of people, especially the people in my family, feel about it and deal with it. My grandma had a long suffering dementia. I thought I would be okay at the funeral, but they did her makeup well. She looked like herself again, and it hit me extremely hard. Yeah, I knew. I don't know. For me, it was like, cause like my grandmother wasn't. When my other grandmother, not the lady that was married to my grandfather, she's still around. But when my other grandmother passed away when I was like 20, 21. She was in hospice, and I was there when she passed, and that was freaky deaky. That was weird. I did not vibe with that, but I also wasn't like emotionally like devastated by it. And then I went to her funeral, and I remember like I tried to think like maybe I should feel sadder or something, but I didn't. And then before that, her husband had passed away. My grandfather had passed away when I was like in like freshman year of high school. That one hit me hard, but even then I was like kind of like, I don't know, like I think I have like I think my concept of what death is sort of brings me comfort when faced with it, if that makes sense. Where like, for one, I'm not afraid to die. I know a lot of people that like have a fear of death. I don't have a fear of death. I'm not afraid of dying. I would definitely not go peacefully, because, you know, it's nice to live. But I'm not like if it happens, it happens, you know? But I think I've always had this concept of death as being sort of like the dregs of your life. Where it's like, in my head, death comes to... A lot of people think death comes to like take your life away from you. Whereas I believe death kind of gets a raw deal out of it, where you live your life, you give your life freely to other people, right? You know, you spend life. You live your life by spending it. Everything you do, what we're doing right now, we're spending life. We are spending our time on this earth, right? So by the time we die, by the time death comes around to take us from this mortal coil, right? We've spent it, right? Like it's been given to somebody else. We've shared life with our friends, our family, our children, so on and so forth. The people that whatever. So by the time death comes to claim you, there's nothing of value to take from you. There's no one's being you it's like someone robbing you and all you've got on you is 50 cents. Right? That to me is like what happens when we die. That is like, oh fuck, I fell for it again. That for me is like the they reacted to falling down here multiple times. That's really good. But yeah, like to me, it's like if a person lives a long life and they die late into their lives, then all that means is they have given everything to the people that survived them, right? So it's like it's not a tragedy so much as just what happens when you've reached the end of that transaction. And I think that's why I live my life like that. I think that's why I live my life the way I do, and why like I measure the quality of my life around what I've done for other people. And how I've and like what I've done like in general, like experiences and stuff like that, and so like when I'm confronted with death, I'm sad, but I'm not really like I don't feel empty. I don't feel like a piece of me is gone. Right? Like my grandfather spent part of his life with me. So all the things that my grandfather, you know, every memory I have of him, every single thing that I tied to him, that's still there. Right? Like that hasn't left. So he's not really that far away. And that's sort of how I view stuff like that. Where the hell are we going? Speaking of death. That's a mimic. Oh, it's not. It's just empty. And there's 4 chests left around here. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Oh, wait, don't I have something that'll dispel the stoof? I think Caradoc's gonna level up soon, so I'm just kind of throwing out spells wanton and wane. But yeah, I've never really been uncomfortable with death. I've always been very accepting of it. But that's also because as a kid, I was a weird kid. As a kid, I had like a breakdown when I was younger when I realized that people die. Like I legitimately had like a moment where I realized I literally thought I like in my head I was like, oh my god, every person I will have ever met will die one day. I wasn't like when I say kid, I mean like a child. Like I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I realized I was like, oh my god, we're all going to die someday. So I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time to get comfortable with that. But yeah, you know, that's whatever. That's why it doesn't really like bother me. Sometimes I feel bad though. Sometimes I feel, oh, this is, damn it. Sometimes I feel bad though. Sometimes I feel like I'm not being I see like my sisters, right? Like when my sisters found out, like just immediately an explosion of tears and sadness, like instantaneous. And I remember thinking, I was like, why don't I feel that way about it? And I realized I just, you know, I have a different feeling to it. But who knows? Maybe when I get there on Saturday, because we're doing it on Saturday. Maybe when I get there on Saturday, I'll just like explode into a fountain. But then that'll be it, right? Like I'll explode into a fountain. And like it'll happen for like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I'll be over it. Because that's just how like I process my emotions as well. Where I have my emotions, I feel them, and then I'm done. and then I've moved on from them. God damn it. 2 left. I'm trying to find all of them. No telling until it happens. Well, see, that's the thing, right? It's like sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. Although I kind of like that I don't. I know that's going to sound weird, but I kind of like that I don't get like really fucked up about it. Because when things really affect me, I tend to catastrophize a lot and I tend to get into like really bad like headspaces. But this doesn't really like, so I'm actually quite thankful that at least with this, I'm pretty okay. Yeah, the same thing when my dad passed at 21. Emotional blunting is a bipolar symptom. You're such a... You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Damn the consequences. You're such a bitch. I'm always trying to get it. I'm always trying to get you to fucking use your fucking education to do shit like this with certain things, and you're always like, I don't know, I'm not gonna do that. And then whenever it's like me or Robin, you're like, you know, you literally only use your fucking your fucking academic background to fucking got your friends. You fucking asshole. Sorry, you don't only use it, but you're so much quicker to use it. You're so fast on it. Well, you know what then? You know what? I kind of think I'm appreciative of my bipolar disorder for that then. You know? Then I'm kind of glad about that. You go crazy with it automatically when so much shit makes sense. I mean, Nat cracked our friend's egg partly with it, mostly with Nat's own experiences as a trans woman, but but don't call her that. Don't call her that. You can't do that. I have a new project. It's okay. For clarification for folks that are concerned, this was an egg that was like visibly cracking. Not much. It was a project in the same way it's a project to watch like grass grow out in the sun in good weather with good rain. My grandparents used to raise chickens sometimes. Sometimes you gotta take a spoon and help just a little. Just a little crack. I'm so glad you brought up the spoon thing because I have, because Nat and I have had conversations where Nat, being trans, is looking at someone and it's like she'll tell me, she'll go, bro, this person is questioning, and then like she'll send me like pictures and like screenshots of like what they're writing in group chats and shit, and I wrote to her, I responded and I was like, homie, you gotta just take a fucking spoon to the top of this person's head and hit them with it. And people don't, like, I have said that before, and people don't know what I'm talking about because they don't know about the taking the spoon and just like tapping the egg a little bit. You need 2 branches of fairly specific knowledge for that. I know, but I'm so glad somebody else knows. All right, we've got all the treasure chests. They were all empty, which is harrowing. It's that one's birthday today. Oh. Tell them I said happy birthday. And then they'll probably be like, how does this person know who I am? And then you can be like, I tell GC everything. And then their mind will explode. Where the hell are we going? GC's my hey now, let's not get hasty. Let's not be calling anybody no eunuchs. Less we create a unfortunate poetic irony. I like my balls where they are. Thank you very much. I am your court attendant. Does GC give off male wife vibes though? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I know I do. I do. 100%. 100% though, I'd be an amazing house husband. It would be incredible. The experience would be amazing. And like the best part is like, you know, like I wouldn't have to ask my 6-figure income wife about Lego sets. I would just be like, there's a video game I want. I'm such a cheap house husband. You know, like my hobbies are way more affordable. Way more affordable than that Lego guy. Okay? Does male wife equal house husband? I mean, it could if you want it to be, you know? My friend group chat all took some D&D class personality quiz and we were posting to Discord. My girlfriend's autism activated and she's making spreadsheets. God, I love her. That's awesome. I love that shit. You gotta take the test that does the alignment chart so you can so that she can do the spreadsheet for the alignment charts. They're kind of similar, but not one-to-one. It's true. Male wife is like what? A guy that like really we joke, but really like what is a male wife, right? Like that's just like a guy that like knows how to like do the dishes and the laundry and can cook and like actually contributes to the maintenance of the abode. Wife, there's a new Dragon Quest coming out soon. Can you get it for me? Works from home, cooks all the meals, does the dishes, takes care of the dog. Yeah, that's me. Goes to the climbing gym 3 times a week. Nat, how do you feel about the fact that like millennials are super into climbing gyms? Yet don't seem to understand why cats like climbing onto things. How do you feel about the inherent ancestral link between cats and humans being that we both like to climb stuff. Primate instincts, true. True, that is the closer comparison. Arboreal dwelling instincts. I do enjoy a good climb. I do enjoy a good climb. I'm not even kidding. Where I used to live in my hometown, after school, my friends and I would walk up and down this really long street. It was called 49th Street. If you know, you know. And 49th Street just had like a bunch of businesses and a bunch of places, but it was also a very old street. So you would have a lot of different kinds of buildings, because you would have newer businesses, older businesses from like different decades. So a lot of the architecture was varied, we'll say, right? Almost straight out of like a really bad skating game where they wanted to come up with like different like places, like spots to hit. And one of the things that was on this street was God, I don't remember what exactly it was. It might have been a water treatment facility. But they had like, it was very tiny. It was probably too small to be a water treatment facility, but it was like sandwiched between like some apartments and some businesses. And it had this massive rock wall, but like a real rock wall. Like an actual like wall of rocks. Not like the kind that you go to a gym to climb. Like with the pretty colors and stuff. God, thinking back on this now, I really could have fucking hurt myself doing this, but what I did sometimes was I would climb the rock wall, and I never I would always like end up, we would always be like we would always move on from that spot because my friends were skating and I was skating, but I saw a rock wall and I wanted to climb it. And I was like kind of into parkour as a kid, so like I wanted to do the parkour thing. And one time I climbed the whole fucking rock wall and I got over the wall. And I remember getting over the wall and going, oh, there's stairs here. I'll just go downstairs. And the stairs on the side I was in were locked behind a door, but I was already inside. So it dawned on me after climbing the rock wall and getting over the wall and getting into this place, this facility, that I had just performed a trespass. And I was trapped. And in order to get out, I would have to climb back down the wall, which I did. But that was the last time I climbed the rock wall. I simply had not thought that far ahead.
This might sting a bit.
But I've always loved climbing rock walls. I used to do it all the time. My favorite part of climbing the rock wall, this is gonna sound so funny, was not being able to climb. Like I couldn't get to the top, and then I would stand there and wait for somebody else to come by and ask the person attending the rock wall to go up there. I don't know if this was true for other areas. I don't know if this was true in like other places. Maybe it's just because where I grew up, people were like really cynical and skeptical, and they were very suspicious of scams. But the rock wall at the mall that I used to go to as a kid, as like a teenager, had like people would go up and go, oh, you can't actually, like, this is impossible actually. Like they would tell the attendant, like, it's like, can you actually, like, is it actually possible to get up there? And so anytime somebody asked that, the attendant would have to climb the rock wall and get to the top to prove that, yes, you can in fact get to the top of the rock wall. So every time I would fail, I would look at the attendant do the rock wall, and I would be fascinated because these people were fucking sickos. These people were doing shit to this rock wall that I thought looked vulgar. Like sometimes they would go full horizontal and then like lurch their like hip forward to give themselves enough like momentum to go up, like with their whole body. That shit was awesome, and I used to be fascinated by it. It used to inspire me to climb the wall more. Unfortunately, I was always broke, so I never had enough money to keep trying, because remember, with rock walls at the mall, you have to pay to go up. That's the human beings are so weird. We pay people money to climb their walls. You ever think about that? Like, I give you $12, you let me climb this wall. Why? So I'm not lost per se in the dungeon, by the way. I am trying to figure out. I'm currently trying to figure out if I'm supposed to go through the doors with the lanterns on them. And I'm trying to figure out what order I'm supposed to do it in. But I think I'm just supposed to, like, go through. I think I'm just supposed to find the right door. I don't think I'm supposed to find the one with the lanterns. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, those are. So I went through the one that had the statue and the. Maybe it's just don't go through the one that has a loading door. But yeah. Yeah, $12 or like $14 sometimes. Like, you would give them money. You've never paid to like climb a rock wall? That was like a thing. You go to a gym, you got to pay for the gym membership. Honestly, I think if I had a gym, if there was like a climbing gym near me, I probably would actually get a subscription to that gym and climb all the time. Like, I think that would literally be my workout. There's one downtown here. Well, that's where my brother goes 3 times a week. Well, went to an activity center in a climbing section, even had an ab ceiling. Yeah, but like, did you pay money to go to the activity center? Maybe you paid it in taxes. It was PE. Oh, but that's school. That's school. I'm talking about like as adults. As adults. Outside of school, you know? Give people money, climb their wall. I'm so lost. I ain't going climbing no walls. You're lost. Okay, I gotta look up a walkthrough. I'm kind of lost. And I kind of just don't have the patience at the moment to figure it out. It really might be. It seriously might be just don't go through a loading zone. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to painstakingly not go through a loading zone. That's pretty good. And then we can defend with people that don't have MP. Yes. That works wonderfully. I think I do need some more physical stimulus. I'm feeling quite underutilizing. I feel like I'm underutilizing my athletic abilities. And I do enjoy a good workout. I gotta get back to it. Understimulated. Yeah, I'm a little understimulated. Yes, Nat, I am understimulated. Yes, doctor. Maybe do a sport. It's hard to do sports when you don't have other people that like doing sports. Unfortunately, all of my friends are fucking allergic to falling on the ground doing a sport.
This might sting a bit.
Yeah, I know. I gotta do the poi. I gotta play with the poi. Those are pretty fun, and I'm sure like once I get like better at it, it's a more intense workout. I'm so lost, and I don't know how they're like keeping me here. I'm trying to think maybe if there's like a thing, but there's nothing. Okay, just don't go through a loading zone. That's a loading zone. There are any local sports clubs? It's just...
This might sting a bit.
I don't want to have to like tank the damage of like going into a sports club and getting to know people and having to the people that some of the folks that go to the local sports clubs are not. I don't want to make fun of people for just being who they are, but there's a certain personality type that goes to the fucking gym that I just can't fucking stand. I used to go to the gym. Like, I'm not adverse to going to the gym, but like having to get to know people and like play sports with them can get really fucking annoying when like they don't have like I want people to like do sports. Like I want somebody to play tennis with, right? That'd be great. Having a few tennis buddies, that's awesome, right? Basketball friends, that's great, right? But you need people that aren't gonna be like the most insufferable. It's like when you play video games with someone. Believe it or not, it's like when you play video games with somebody and you're playing like a multiplayer game with them, and they're just like the most infuriating fucking person to play anything with. Right? Like, you don't want to play with that person, right? I don't want to go through the trouble. Of getting a gym. First of all, those sports clubs cost money. So you got to pay for the money. Then you got to get to know these people. And then you have to find somebody at the club that you can tolerate and who's like actually like good about playing and also being there when we're supposed to play. And then you have to organize all that shit. And that's like way more work than needs to happen, because like if I just have my friends around, I can just be like, hey, we're playing at this time, or like just randomly, you know, hey, you want to go play tennis after work today? Yeah, sure. Boom. Elden Ring Night Raid. No. Robin not telling me that she was high the entire night we were playing Night Raid yesterday almost like gave me a huge fucking aneurysm. I went through a loading fucking thing again. I feel like that's progress. I feel like the lanterns is progress, but it's not. Yo, this better not just be guess right, forehead. This better not be that. There better be like a gimmick, or else we're gonna have fucking problems. That was different. Robin not telling me she was high while we were playing was different because like if I had known, I would not be sitting there going, why the fuck is Robin playing like shit? Like I would be in on it, and I wouldn't be like trying to like, I would have a very different mindset to what we were doing yesterday. But that entire night, I was just like growing increasingly frustrated because she was doing like the most like bizarre things while we were playing, and I was just like, we're struggling because she's fucking eating shit. You know what? The only way to win is to not play. Yo, okay, no, I gotta look it up. I'm not understanding the... I'm not understanding, this. Dungan. Right, we're pretty much at the end of the game, so let me scroll all the way down. Okay. This room. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No way. We have to do this from the start. No, it's literally, there's something in this room that's like so obvious that I just haven't seen because I haven't walked in that direction yet. There's literally... Okay. I'm gonna reset the room. Maybe I've seen it and I'm just not paying attention because I'm like distracted or something. Okay. Head right. Up. Let's see. Back down. Right past one staircase. Go up next. Head south. I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so upset. Head down. Head left. Past one staircase.
This might sting a bit.
This ain't it. Okay, I'm here. Head left, down, go back up. Head left, go down. There should be an empty chest here if I'm right. No, fuck. I'm lost again. Shit. How many staircases did I... It's one of these staircases. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Fucking whoops. I might have to reset again. I'm turning on Holy Protection. Okay. Empty chest. Okay. Head left, then down. Go back up the path. Head left past one staircase. Go down to the next one, then go back up. Head right, then up. You should see a ladder here, it says, but there's no ladder. I don't see a ladder. It's literally just in one of these. You gotta be Dad. You fucking? Are you serious? What the fuck, dude? There, we made it. Oh, that sucks. That fucking sucks. It was literally just there was a ladder that I didn't see. That's horrifying. I hate that. Kid Crackle's gonna be nice on Paranel, I think. No, yeah, Caradoc has Kazap. I'll leave Paranel could Crackle. Jesus Christ, thank God I looked that up. I would have never fucking found it. That's really bad. Can I just say that's really bad because the entire floor looks like ladders. Like there's staircases everywhere, so like you lead the player into thinking it's staircases and there's no hint. And then you have like the way you've designed the dungeon is you have all those statues and green lanterns everywhere, but only in specific places. So like the player who has already been conditioned to like try to like solve the dungeon puzzle is going to think that they have to, it has something to do with the lanterns and stuff. It's just really misleading and it doesn't work as like a subversion because the ladder is also just very hard to see. And there's no hints. at all in the dungeon, that's just like really bad, in my opinion. I don't think that's well designed. I think that's a little poorly designed, that one. One of the few things I'm sure was probably in the original Dragon Quest 2. It's been so long since I played it that I can't remember. But like maybe more obvious in that game, but in the HD 2D aesthetic, probably not what you want to go with. He doesn't have the MP to do it. Fuck. Okay, hope for a crit. Just hope for a crit. Call of the Wild might be good here. If we'll try this. I mean, that's gonna happen, right? Like that's just gonna happen. That's 1 damage. That's 1 damage. 1 damage, 2 damage. We missed with Hatchet Man. That's okay. We'll do it again. Oh, thank God. Oh! Nice. I'll take 1. It's a madcap. It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse. This lowers my defense by a lot, but it does reduce the amount of MP to cast stuff. Although I'm not really wanting for MP, to be honest. I'm not really in the need for more MP. Everyone's like MP stores are pretty fat, pretty hefty. Nice. I guess we'll just go down here. I love it. I love making progress in the video game. So the question is this the final dungeon, or is there a final dungeon after this? That's what I want to know. Hard to believe there was no treasure in that area. Kind of incredible. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, if I can beat this today, I can start working on my video. Oh my God, I can actually start a project. Holy. I just got goosebumps all over me. I'm so glad I didn't quit YouTube. I'm so glad I did not announce my retirement. Or you could build 5 30-minute fantasy kits. I actually you reminded me. I actually have everything ready to build one. Sitting on my desk. I finished panel lining everything. So my new process for building the kits is I panel line everything while it's still in the runners, and I don't do cleanup. So I don't clean the lines until it dries. Until like the day after. So I do all the panel lining, right? I do all the panel lining. I let the panel lining sit, even if it's like, unless it's like really like, unless like I really fuck it up and like I get like a way too much ink on it, way too much paint, like running down it or something. But otherwise, I'll wait for it all to dry, whether or not it's a mistake, like whether or not like the splotches are the mistakes or whatever, right? And then once everything's like certifiably dry, when you go to like clean it up with like the lighter fluid, the actual panel lines, like the actual things that you want painted, actually do, oh hell yeah, actually do, so like the parts that aren't supposed to be panel lined, those clean up easier, and then the actual panel lining is a lot, it's a lot thicker once it's dried, like it's set in better, so you don't have to worry about undoing your work while you're cleaning it up. That's what I figured out. I was like, oh, if I just let this dry a little bit, I don't have to like come back, like I don't have to like reapply the panel lining as much. Like I have to do a lot less work. So that's how that's how I do it now. And it's really paid off. And it also like prevents like more smudging as well, because once you clean up the dry panel liner, like once you like cleaning up dry panel lining, like thinning it out more with the lighter fluid to like get rid of like your mistakes or whatever, or like the splotches, like it doesn't leave as much smudging because it's dried. So like you're not just putting a wet thing on a wet thing and creating like a wet smudge. It's super nice. But you just reminded me, I have a kit sitting there. I want to bring it over now, but remember, I'm not going to be here this weekend. So maybe next week when I come back. I'm actually kind of annoyed, to be honest, that I got to go down to Miami. Just because, not to bring it back to that, but like I do feel like this mass is sort of like a... It's sort of like a... It's sort of like saving face, I think. Like I don't think it's I don't think it's something my grandfather would have wanted. And also like, why didn't we just do a funeral? But whatever. It's also already been like 3 weeks. It's been like 3 weeks since he passed, and we're waiting this long to do the fucking... Oh, whatever. Whatever. We only just got the ashes, though, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we only just got the ashes back. I think we got them on Friday. I don't know, something about the way my family's handling it just kind of bothers me. Because, like, my grandmother didn't want them to do an autopsy on him to figure out, like, what the cause of death exactly was. So she didn't want anyone looking, like, she didn't want them to do an autopsy. They didn't want to do a funeral. Cremating him's fine. I don't care about that. That's what they had. He wanted that. They talked about that. He didn't want to be put in a fucking coffin. And, but like, it's been 3 weeks since he passed. So we're doing this like 3 weeks after the fact. And I'm like, maybe this is me being a little cold hearted, but like, I feel like the moment for bringing people together and doing this has passed. I feel like by now we've all sort of like, you know, come together and discuss things. Though I guess I guess like the difference is I should go see my grandmother, because I haven't seen her since he passed. God, but I don't want to fucking drive down there. What a weird thing, the human brain, huh? The human mind is so weird, where it's like, I think this is something we should do. This is something we should do. But also, God, fuck. What an inconvenience. I don't know what response effort means, Nat. That's a new one to me. You gotta explain it. In Shona culture, you bury as soon as you can. Yeah. I think with the cremation, they were just waiting for his turn. And there's like a whole like prep preparation process for the ashes and stuff. Well, at least I've got... At least it'll happen, we'll do it, and then it'll be over. I love equipping cursed things to Caradoc. This is so cathartic as someone who played the original Dragon Quest II and thought Caradoc was a useless fucking party member. Just being able to give him all the cursed objects is like his due penance. It's like, yeah, put this on, it's cursed, you deserve it. Drive 5 mile, less responsive than drive to my, which is annoying and long. It takes time and energy. It is lessly aversive. Oh. I don't even think it's a matter of like my grandfather's like whole thing. I think it's just because we can take the train and my dad doesn't want to take the train. Because my dad has this weird hang up about not having a car. My dad has this weird issue with control, like he can't relinquish control under any circumstances. He has OCD, but he's not diagnosed, and he doesn't want to get diagnosed. Story of every fucking baby boomer's life. So like, he doesn't want to not have a car, and I keep telling him, I go, we don't need a car. We don't need a car while we're down there. We'll get someone to pick us up, or we'll get an Uber. We will Uber to the mass, right? Because we're leaving on Friday. So like on Friday, we take the car to the train station. We leave the car at the train station. It's fine. We'll pay for the parking. We'll pay for an Uber. You know? And yes, is that a little bit more expensive than just taking the car? Yes, but on the drive, okay? On the drive, we can both do whatever we want. You know? On the train, I can read. I can't read in the car. Because I'll get car sick. Oh, finally. Although we're missing a treasure. That's going to be a pain in the booty.
They're all surpassing quiet suddenly.
I'm tired, fine, and somewhat apprehensive.
You are not alone. We carry with us the
We can eat on the train. Like, there's so many things we can do on the train.
We cannot
And then we're coming right back. So like, we're going on
afford to
Friday.
fear.
We're going to the mass on Saturday.
Failing those
And then my dad wants to leave.
I feel the
Sorry,
very
no, I
same
think
way.
the mass is on Friday. No, so the mass is on Friday, so we're going back Saturday morning. So we could just
When I think
go to
of
the
how our
mass.
lives might be once Hargon
We
is
we
defeated,
Uber
I-
to wherever we're going. We get a ride to the mass because I'm sure other people are going. Our family members who can just drive us. We drive back to my grandmother's
I do
house,
not mean to say.
and
of
then in the
course, I
morning
do
we
not
get on
wish
the train and we
very
get the hell
much
out,
to
and we're
defeat.
back.
My resolve on that matter wavers not.
Would this be on that
Simply
bright
feel
line?
that
Yes.
When our journey together
It
is
would be on the
finally
bright
over,
line.
I shall be a little lonely.
Oh,
We will all be duty bound to return to our homelands, will we not? Moonbrook will not rebuild itself, for one thing, and this makes me sad. I've grown used to our days spent upon the road together.
Why do you have to say such things, brother? Now I, too, grow mournful.
And I, if someone were to tell me that Moonbrook would be fine without me, and that I might have anything I wished for in the world, I fancy that I might choose to venture forth with you all once more on another grand adventure. Although, one a little less liable to induce sadness and anger in equal measure might be more to my taste. you too would set out with us all again?
People forget that the train will always win against cars. That's the insane part. I always, like, every time I look at the for people that don't know, the Bright Line is a brand new, like, commuter train. Not a commuter train. It's a long distance train in Florida that they keep adding stations to. And it goes basically from Miami all the way up to Tallahassee, so south and north, just all the way up, right? It's a high-speed rail. Not as fast as you would think when you think of high-speed rail, but faster than most trains in the United States. And people have been saying, "Hey, this thing's dangerous. It keeps killing people," right? And then when you look into the incidents, high ER, okay, whatever. When you look into the incidents of, like, who higher speed rail, what the hell? Oh, whatever, marketing lingo. When you look into, like, all of the deaths, like, some of them are really tragic. Like some of them, some people are, like, some of them are, like, people who take their own lives by jumping in front of the train. But those are, like, there's, like, maybe, last time I checked, those were, like, 2 of all the deaths. But then, like, almost every incident involving a death with the Bright Line, it's always the same thing, and it's the guards went down, the lights go up, and somebody thinks they can drive around the crossing. So when you do crossings in Florida, like the barricades and crossing lanes are too close to rails, and people are like, "No, I can make it." Yeah. So that was actually I was talking to my dad about it. And I was like, one thing they have to do if they want to, like, actually, like, prevent that from continuing to happen, like, the only, like, the thing that you can do, right, is to you gotta make the crossing guards further back, so that when they come down, people don't think they can get around the trains. And that's why all of these, like if you look into it, like, seriously, like, you can look into it, and it's like, I remember reading an article that was, like, covering all of them, and the article was anti-Bright Line, but it was reporting how all the deaths happened, right? And it was, like, actually giving, like, information and linking sources and stuff, and it's like every, it's like a scary, it's like 90% of the deaths that are caused by the Bright Line is collisions with vehicles that go around the crossing guards. Like, I don't want to, like, speak ill of the dead in this regard, but, like, you cannot be doing that. You cannot be doing that. You cannot think, "Oh, I'm gonna beat the train." Like, bro, you do not have somewhere to be that important. It's so sad because it's so meaningless. It's a meaningless death. Do not try to outrun the fucking Bright Line. But anyway, yeah, that's why people talk about the Bright Line like it's hungry for blood and that and all that, because it's like, it's literally like every so often there's just another person that the Bright Line, like, tears their car into pieces, and then you look into, like, why that happened, and it's like, oh yeah, eyewitnesses say that, like, it's always like that, like, it's always, like, reported by eyewitnesses, and it's like, yeah, so, because the minute that happens, you know, the news crews are there or whatever, and they're interviewing people, and nobody's leaving now because now somebody got hit by the fucking Bright Line, so traffic is fucking deadlocked there, right? And every eyewitness account is always the same for these things. It's always like, yeah, so he drove around the barricade, and then the train hit him. There was like one really sad one where there was only one really sad one where, and this one actually did make me sad when I read about it, and it was one where it was like an elderly couple and they drove around the barricade and they got stuck on the tracks and the bright line could not slow down before it hit them. And that one, they still shouldn't have driven around the barricade, but it makes me sad because it's old people. Because it was old people. But whatever.
This is all you deserve.
The train will always win. Too true. All right. Very death-centric episode of today's stream, of the streams. Very death-centric. I guess it's on our minds. My thumb is killing me. I have like a recurring pain in my thumb. Ah. Every now and again, it just aches me. It may be arthritis. No, but it's not pins and needles. It's like a dull like soreness. So what you been reading? I actually haven't started a new book this year. I tried to. I tried reading a book on how to design characters in like writing advice for people who want advice for writing characters, like designing characters for their stories, like their novels. Cause like I like reading like little books about like helping, you know, you improve your writing and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of like people out there. There's a lot of like really successful writers out there that can offer you good advice. Or there's like really important books that you should read about writing. You should read novels and you should read fiction a lot. If you want to be a fiction writer, for example, but like there's still like stuff to find, right? Stuff to read and learn through. Oh, I remember this from the original. I remember this fucking dungeon. The Hapless Helm. Caradoc, is that a cursed item you can put on? Hell yeah. Now I need one more cursed accessory. And I can have you fully... Oh wait, I do. I remember Britain's Gulag by Carolyn Elkins. It's miserable. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but like I opened this book because I was like, I want to learn some writing advice. I read Stephen King's memoirs on writing. That is a really, really, really excellent book. For aspiring writers to check out. I highly recommend that. Even if you're not into writing, like just getting a peek into Stephen King's like thoughts on writing is really good. And also he does something that I very, very much like, where he does not tell you to do his process. And the advice he gives is actually like really like nice. Like it's helpful in a way that doesn't make me feel like he's just telling me what he thinks is the best thing. He delivers his advice in a very matter-of-fact way, in a very like non-authoritative way, so that you don't get the impression that if you don't do it this way, you're doing it wrong. Like he tries to insist that that there's no like necessary like there's wrong ways to write. Like there's bad. He opens the book, the section on writing, basically being like there are bad writers. There is such a thing as a bad writer, but with practice, you can go from being a bad writer to a pretty good writer. You know, maybe not the best writer who's ever lived, but a pretty good writer. You know, like pretty good, pretty solid writer, right? And that's what drew me into the book, because he wasn't trying to claim that, like that the advice he could give was going to like change your writing and make you a better writer overnight. But he was also being very frank about the fact that it's like, yes, there are people who are bad at writing. There is such a thing as like not knowing what the fuck you're doing and stuff like that, right? And doing like really amateur shit that is unnecessary. For example, like just like there are things that bad writers do that you should avoid doing, right? I liked that perspective. I liked his take on it, and more importantly, as he describes his advice, he's mostly just going over like his own life and his own like journey as a writer, and like what he's learned from those experiences. So it's not just a book about advice. It is basically an autobiography, a memoir, as it says on the fucking cover of the goddamn book, right? I just realized I could fall through there, and I gotta know. Oh yeah, give me that. In the original, I believe this sword is like stronger than Erdrick's sword. It's a good replacement for Erdrick's sword if you don't have it. Anyway. So that book was like really good, and I highly recommend that book. The other book that I picked up, I kind of bought it on a whim, on an impulse buy. I was at Barnes & Noble, and I was looking at the reference books, which is where they keep the books on writing. And I looked up the reviews for this book because I kept seeing it, and I was like, I think this might be a good... This may in fact be like a decent book. Oh, fuck. I think I gotta start the whole fucking dungeon over again. Dragon Quest II. Your last dungeon is so fucking annoying. Anyway. Oh no. Oh god. Anyway. So I looked at the reviews of the book, and the reviews were good. And I bought it, I chucked it into my bookshelf, and then for MagFest, I needed something to read on the plane. And I said, well, I'll bring this book. I didn't read it on the way there, but on the way back from MagFest, I did crack open my book that I brought with me. And, so the first chapter is written by Chuck Wendig. In case you were wondering, like how, like the foot that the book starts on. To be sure, a bad foot, the wrong foot. And the first chapter, so what I learned is every chapter in this book is written by a different author. And it's just advice. It's just like contextless advice. Which is a problem. And the reason it's a problem is that without context, advice is useless. Without context, advice is useless. If you don't know the context for why someone is giving you that advice, the advice is pointless. The book does not give you context for the advice. The authors are not providing you context for the advice that is being given. And the advice being given, with all due respect, is laughable. Chuck Wendig's chapter of the book, the first chapter of this book, is a listicle, and it's titled something like 25. You know what? I can go get it. I can go get the book. I can go get the book. You gotta hear some of this. Like it's a fucking tragedy. I need you to understand. As I read this, I'm gonna read you like a couple of these from this first chapter only. I need you to understand something, that while some of this advice may seem really useful, in all honesty, it is kind of you can't apply it. It cannot be applied. Oh, thank God. It cannot be applied without having proper context for how to apply it. Okay. So, 25 things you should know about character. Okay? Maybe it's just me. I hate this style of writing, okay? Number 1, the character as fulcrum. All things rest upon him. Without character, you have nothing. Great plot, robust story world, potent themes, elegant font. Those matter little if your character is a dud. The punch might be delicious, but not if someone threw up in it. The character is why we come to the table. The character is our way through all those other things. We engage with stories because we relate to them. They are mirrors. Characters are the mirror side version of us staring back. Twisted, warped, uncertain, but still us through and through. What does that mean? How is that advice? Your character is the most important thing in your story. Okay? You gotta relate to your characters. Your audience has to relate to your character, right? Okay. Here's a metaphor. Okay. This is not advice. What does that tell me? That doesn't tell me anything. Number 2, the cure for all that ails the audience. A great character can be the line between narrative life and story death. She's a powerful band-aid, a strong swaddling of gauze to staunch the bleeding. Think of the character like duct tape. She can piece the whole thing back together. I will forgive your sins of a so-so plot, of muddy themes, of a meh story world if you're letting me live for a while with a great character. But don't think character will heal truly grievous injuries. A gaping chest wound, meaning poor writing, asinine plot, or perhaps a duller than Two Dead Goats story world, will only swallow your great character into its gory depths. Okay, so really good stuff outside of a character wouldn't matter with a bad character, and a good character wouldn't matter with bad story stuff. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. But like you said that, like you wrote like 15 fucking lines to say something so fucking obvious, which essentially boils down to do it good. It needs to be good. Yeah, no shit, it needs to be good. That's why I'm reading it. That's why I'm reading your book. And yet the character must be connected. Number 3, don't believe that all those other aspects of a story are separate from the character. The character is, or should be, bound inextricably to those other elements. The character is your vehicle through the plot. The character carries the story. Theme, mood, description, focus them through the prism of character, not vice versa. The character is the DNA in every goddamn cell of your story. I don't know if you're picking up on this, but like during the VHS era, there was like a lot of new age advice and new age like self-help videos. This reads like one of those things where the person that is making it is using a lot of flashy terminology and is using a lot of like clever word usage that feels less like good advice and more like, look at how smart I sound. And I'm sure Chuck Wendig has more writing experience than I do. I'm sure if you had Chuck Wendig write a story and had me write a story, Chuck Wendig would probably make a better story. But this sounds like someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Number 4, you are the dealer. The character is the drug. The audience will do anything to spend time with a great character. We're junkies for it. We'll gnaw our own arms off to read just one more page with a killer character. It's why sequels and series are so popular. We want to see where the character's going. If you give us a great character, it becomes our only desire to lick him like he's a hallucinogenic toad and take a crazy ride wherever he has to go. Again, the first 4 things on this list of 25 things you should know about your character is that your character should be good. Your character should be good. You should make a good character. When does the advice start? 5, tell us what she wants. It is critical to know what a character wants from the start. She may not know what she wants, but the audience must have that information. Maybe she No, incorrect. Incorrect. Maybe she wants her enemies destroyed, freedom from oppression, her child returned to her, true love, the perfect falafel, a pet monkey, the ultimate wedding, or a secret subterranean moon base. I get it, man. You're so fucking creative. She can want many things, and it's of the utmost importance that we know what they are. How else will we know how far she's come? How else can we see the stakes on the table? How else will you frustrate your audience by standing in her way? That's not true, though. What if you're telling a story about ennui? What if you're telling a story about someone's lack of direction? Like what if the point of the story is that none of the characters have like agency, right? What if that is the point of your story? This advice only serves like a very stereotypical novel that like doesn't have like this only applies to certain things. This is not good advice. Number 6, not likability, but rather livability. I think this is like this might be the only thing on the list that I remember it was like good. It doesn't matter if we like your character or in the parlance of junior high, whether we even like your character. It only matters that we want to live with him. We must see something that makes us want to keep on keeping on, following him into the jaws of hell and out through the devil's lava-encrusted keister. For the record, the lava keister sounds like either a roller coaster or a Starbucks drink. This is like the worst first chapter for this fucking book, because like people are gonna buy this book looking for genuine advice on writing, right? And all they're going to get, like they're going to get front loaded right in their face, is some guy who thinks he's really clever. And it's like, I'm not here for you to tell me how good of a writer you are. I'm here to read about advice you have sort of really held on to that seems really consistent for you given your experiences as a writer. And like the whole chapter is like this. I'm not going to keep reading, but the whole chapter is like this. And then at the end of every chapter is a, hey, by the way, this writer has done these works and they blog at this website and you can go read more of their writing on this website. Every chapter ends that way. Every chapter has a biography, like a quick synopsis, like an author's biography or whatever it's, I forget what it's called, but all of them have it. And you keep reading through this fucking book. I gave up on it. I think I got to like chapter 5 or 6. I got to chapter 5. And by chapter 5, I literally on the plane, I'm not even joking, on the plane I did this. I was like my face was like scrunched up like this, and I went, and I threw it into my book bag, and I was like, fuck this. Like I was like so annoyed because the chapter after this, like the chapter after this is like probably the best chapter of all the ones that I read, where it's just a guy explaining like I think it is anecdotal, like it is him actually like giving us a brief like look into his journey as a writer. And I think that the advice he offers up is like okay, like it doesn't really have like it's not like the most like influential advice, but it's a great early chapter of a book on designing a character, right? So I was like okay with that. I was like, okay, that's fine. But then the chapter after that is like this really like breathless breakdown of like how important the name of your character is. Like oh, what you name your character is super important because it gives off a certain idea. So like if you call your character Meredith, people are gonna think she's old, and if you give your character a region specific name, that's gonna tell them that they're from that place. And I'm like, yeah, later DBD. And I'm like, yeah, the way you name a character does in fact impart a certain amount of information, but that is never, like, I was like, that should never be the like, that should never be the first thing you think about with that character. Like what are you talking about? And then the next chapter is another chapter on names with equally worthless advice. And then I skimmed the next chapter and then I stopped because I was like, there's nothing good here. Anyway, shitty book. Terrible book. But that's why I haven't started reading anything else lately. Because I had a really bad experience with that book and I was just like, ugh. I might go back and keep reading Babel though. Oh, tell me I gotta do a fight with each one. That would be sick. I wonder if this is like per person. That would be cool. Yeah, that's fine. We had to try. This is cool. I actually kind of like this. I kind of like this this gimmick. I don't think it's in the original. He's almost dead. Let's just beat him up. Ooh, crackle again.
Ah, there you are, cousin. Right glad, homie, to see you well.
Everybody else
You
did
were
it?
right. I was assailed by a rotten monster, though I did most assuredly make it regret its attack.
Wait, you are alone.
Here.
Oh, she's fake.
And I am glad indeed to see you all unharmed.
Thank goodness. We were worried for you.
Our enemy grows even more ingenious in his machinations, does he not?
No, this ain't real.
The ladder by which we ascended
Nah, this is
is
bullshit.
no longer there. Why might that be?
Oh, do not worry overmuch. After all, our way lies onward. Come, let us away.
You are right, of course.
No. Liar. Liar. Um. Oh. Wherever that treasure is, it's nearby. Uranus.
Out of my sight!
It's not her, man. It's not her, man. I don't believe it. I don't know where to go. My thumb hurts really bad. Ow. I'll just flying knee somebody. It's fine. Flying knee another person, and then we'll just do our big old spell thing. Okay. Man, we've only been streaming for an hour and 48 minutes, but it feels like I've been talking for forever. Sorry about that, by the way, again. I tend to talk a lot. No. Not again. Not this again. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. This goes here. There's still treasure on this part. So let's just go look for it. Better use of my time. have something for this guy that attacks everybody? Besides stone throw? Yeah, no. Actually, well, no. In order for this to work, I have to do that.
You'll be fine.
There we go. Do I want to beat the game today and just like do that, or do I do another stream tomorrow? There's so much here. Good lord.
This might sting a bit.
Oh. No. I want to find that last treasure. Oh, fuck off. Yeah. All right, this is progress as well. God damn it. Frizz didn't work last time. Gotcha. It's gotta be the big scary stairs, right? Everything else is a distraction. Okay. This dungeon is very long. I remember feeling the exact same way I do now as I did playing the original Dragon Quest II. Just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, whichever way takes me higher and higher. Yeah, okay. Everything else would just take me back to the start.
Wait!
Yeah, of course.
One moment. What trickery is this?
She is an imposter! I am the real princess of Moonbrook. Cease your deceptions, devil! What nonsense you speak! I am the real princess!
Did we not hear of this in Tantagel? Of one pretending to be our dear cousin?
Well, it is certainly not I, who have been with you all since the first. Lies! You must have supplanted me only just now.
How do we decide which is whom?
The monster's gonna be like, look, I have the mark of Moonbrook.
We need not, for we have something in our possession that will decide for us. A sacred treasure gifted to the hero of old by his one true love. Surely this will know his blood.
There you go.
You were the imposter.
The blood of heroes was ever more vexing while it yet remained inside their bodies. I shall have no more need of this. The mark of Moonbrook. You were there. You took part in the assault on my homeland.
Took part? Why, no, child.
Ooh, time for hydrate. It's... yeah.
I commanded it.
Belial.
How kind of
Belial.
you to remember my name, spawn of Erdrick. You have grown so very big and strong. I was right to see in you great potential. Now, shall we see if you are grown strong enough to face Lord Hargon himself? Come, show me.
Big and strong.
You speak as if this is to be merely a test. You are sorely
He looks a bit
mistaken.
goofier than the last guy.
This is to be my revenge.
He's an
And
archdemon.
your undoing. For Moonbrook!
Okay. I don't know what his deal is, so we're just gonna do our strategy that has basically been very good to us for the most part. Oh, sorry, I was doing this wrong. Hold on. No. Helm Splitter, Kabuff, Oomph, Egg On.
How's that?
Do not falter.
I think he has Breath Spell, so he may have to do a turn to insulate. And, yeah, do a magic barrier, because he loves doing that. So, I'm gonna do Helm Splitter. Go ahead and waste your MP on an Omni heal here, so that I can magic barrier. And then we'll just keep that going.
We fight as one!
Yeah, that's fine.
And you're dead.
Do not disappoint me. Most amusing.
Yeah, okay. And he's not changing up his strategy at all. So it's looking like we'll be okay. I'm gonna insulate since I can. And since things are going pretty well, just gonna give myself that extra security in case he does like wildfire. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, okay. I was right. I remembered correctly. Go ahead and Kabuff again. Let's give the oomph back to Gawain. Gawain. Cheer my friend on. Oomph him up. Everybody's kabuffed. Another helm split. Yeah, he's got a lot of turns. We're gonna do this. We're gonna Omni heal. Not really a whole lot for her to do at the moment. She doesn't have she doesn't have a Kafrizzle. If she had Kafrizzle, I'd have her like Wild Side and then Kafrizzle the shit out of him, but it's not gonna work. Did I tell him to Omni heal? Okay, good.
Never give in.
Thank you very much.
Most amusing.
Okay. Do like a little heal. Can we try dazzling him? Maybe he's weak to dazzle. He is! Wow. Don't know if that's gonna make like a huge difference, but okay, that's magic barrier and Kabuff about to go down, so Kabuff, magic barrier, dazzles you, dazzles you, dazzles you. I'm about to win though.
We shall prevail.
We dodged.
Most amusing.
Oh, he already stopped hallucinating. Boo! Whatever. Oh, Insulator's gonna run out. Oomph! Not the most, like, optimally offensive turn to take, but still pretty... Just, you gotta play defensively sometimes. You gotta do some defensive stuff once in a while. Let me see, what's this get? Okay, so... Honestly, at this point, maybe we should just, like, hit him with our biggest and baddest.
We will prevail!
Never mind. Okay, Omni heals next. Helm Splitter. Omni heal. Magic barrier's running out. And so is our Kabuff.
We will prevail!
Never give in.
Yes. Nice. That is perfectly fine. Yep. Okay. Fuck it. Throw out a Kazap. He's almost dead, right? Oh, fuck. Insulatal is going out again.
We will prevail!
Almost fucked that up.
Splendid.
Got him. Alright.
I admit defeat.
Oh, Father, I...
Whoa, 30 extra HP points? Man, Gawain's, like, stat growths are kind of gross. My guy is, like, skyrocketing. He's crying.
Now you suffer as my people suffered. How does it feel?
Very fine indeed. Such strength, such anger. Perhaps we might reach an agreement.
A what?
I shall guide you to him, to Hargon, and you shall defeat him for me.
Thank you.
We knew full well that relations between his underlings were far from cordial, but for one of them to plot his undoing, you truly mean to betray him?
Betray him? I never swore allegiance to him, nor to his cause. None of us did. We obey him because we must. Myself, Atlas, Pazuzu, all of us were summoned forth from other realms at his bidding. Realms where we rule as masters of wickedness, as lords of corruption, where we are worshipped as deities of destruction. Hargon called us here to this world, and in so doing bound us to his service. We are unable to free ourselves.
But how defeating him will free you?
It will.
What of Mariella? Is she not one of you?
No, she served Hargon from the first. Well, do you accept my terms?
No.
You plan to bring down Hargon, and I wish to see him brought down. Our aims are one and the same.
They are not. They could not be more different. Truly, you understand naught. We wish for the return of a world where all might live in happiness, where they might be free from the fear that all might be taken from them. And that is a world in which you, who did lay waste to fair Moonbrook, may play no part!
Then you decline. Fools! We shall all be consumed by the darkness that Hargon means to bring forth. Me, you, everyone you love. You will regret the choice you have made, and soon.
He is gone.
Indeed, and not a moment too soon. All is well, cousin. Do not fear. Now come. We must away.
I forgot about his little dainty walk.
Thank you. All of you.
Ooh, we got new skills. Double up. Deals the other cause Lord of the caster's HP to 1. Okay. The Greedy Ditty increases the party's attack and defense for a while. Renders the entire party practically invincible. Soul Asylum. That's cool. Okay. Gyrfalcon Slash, Ice and Slice. Blade of Ultimate Power. Breakwind. Deflects breath attacks back at the enemy. Ooh. Divine Forces remove all status ailments. Allows a character to cast spells without using MP. Zero Zone, yeah. Miracle Moon. Divides half the caster's MP amongst their allies. That's pretty good. And then the Switcheroo. A super specialist swaps the caster's HP and MP. Well, that would be really good in a pinch. My god, I would like to be out of this dungeon. Thank God. Good Lord. Oh. Oh, thank God. Yeah, we're in the end game. We've been in the end game. Jesus. Yep, definitely in the end game now.
I shall return this favor.
Well, I'm kind of tired already. That dungeon took it out of me, man. Woof. They made Dragon Quest 2 a proper fucking Dragon Quest game. And 1. But good lord. There's your last Crackle. Now everybody on the team knows Crackle except Gawain, but that's okay because Gawain's not a magic caster, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Here comes the cold snap.
There's got to be a town or somewhere we can like chill out at, but I don't. Okay, there's there. So let's try getting over there. Man, the sprite work on this is so good. It's kind of cruel of the game to give me crackle scrolls right at the end where you can't use them. Because it's a snow area, so the enemies are resistant. It's kind of mean. Kind of messed up. This is like a little cottage. I don't even think it's like a real thing. Yeah, it's the shrine. A Church of the Goddess. Hey, man.
Well met, children. I always knew that either the prince or the heroes would visit us here one day. Now that day has come.
My apologies. But could you tell us who you are?
Ah, but a humble servant of the goddess. One who has long awaited those who might slay Hargon. Now, take this. May it prove of use.
What is it? Is it Orichalcum? I cannot believe Hargon is evil. Such a sudden betrayal from the ending of Dragon Quest III.
Is it safe for you to remain here, Father?
He just gives me the ultimate key like that.
We can accompany you somewhere less hostile, if you would like.
Fear not on my account. Naught remaineth in this world that can trouble me. All my troubles are... but it mattereth not. Come, my children. Pray with me before you depart. All-knowing goddess, may thou bless these brave heroes on their quest to deliver us from evil.
So, it is pretty early. We could, like, maybe... I gotta go through the portal. Just to, like, know where this is. Oh, it takes us back to it takes us back to Renderek, the shrine. I remember doing this in the original game and getting pissed off because I think you can't, like, zoom back or something. It was really fucked up. Okay, so now... Now, we can go do Ultimate Key stuff. Because he gave us the Ultimate Key. We just have it now. Which means we can go in here and talk to the guy that's in here. And he's probably like evil or something. I languish here in the cell for the crime of leading a monster here to Baran, that it might turn its attention away from my own sorry behind by supporting innocence instead. The face of the local priest upon apprehending me was like unto a thundercloud. Truly, he doth love this town with all the holy man's heart. That's it? Yeah, I thought so. Oomph powder. That wasn't fucking worth it. That wasn't worth it at all. We'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit of ultimate key pickups. Just so that I feel like I don't have to do a whole bunch of it when we come back to this. Also, first thing we gotta do is go to the Northern Seabed storeroom. Because in the Northern Seabed storeroom are a bunch of ultimate key doors that we did not open. That we can open now. Yeah, come on. Get me through. Ooh, a wild side scroll. Oh my god, if Gawain gets it, please tell me you can learn it. $100%. The strategy has changed. And then, yeah, the blessed bikini heals the wearer while they walk. 4 points. 8 points. How much is the flowing dress? Oh, it does put her in a new... Oh, actually, it's a tasteful... It's not that bad. Okay. Okay. I thought it was going to be, like, more gross. It's actually not that gross. Okay. That's fine. Dragon Dojo duds. Kaboom scroll. Oh, they're just giving us all kinds of shit now. Nice tasteful little shawl or whatever it's called. A sarong. Yeah, the dojo duds are not for you. Or you. Well, I'm not putting those on. I've got Erdrick's armor. Unless Caradoc. Maybe I should give it to Caradoc? Maybe Caradoc should have Erdrick's armor set. But I don't know if he can put it all on. And also, he's got all the cursed stuff, so... Yeah, I don't... Are you sure you can't wear it? Oh, you can actually put on Erdrick's armor if you want. I guess they all can. Yeah, even Paranel can put it on. Interesting. There may be some optimizations we can make here. At the cost of making Gawain a little easier to kill. I mean, it's just a headsman's axe. A little anticlimactic, if you ask me. Let's also go to the mini-metal guy. Because there's 2 ultimate chests there. Also turn in my mini-metals. We have enough for a new reward. Mirror shield's nice. Princess's robes are nice. Is that better than what you got on? No. Well. Suit of sacred armor. I feel like I've vastly surpassed the value of the rewards I'm getting from the mini metal guy. These mini metal rewards are kind of pretty uninspiring, if I can be perfectly honest. Yeah, like, giving her the boomerang would be cool if it weren't for the fact that we are well beyond the point of using, well beyond the point of using basic attacks. Passage, Durandrag. Shrine of Rubus. Actually, I think the Western Seabed storeroom might still have an ultimate key chest in there. Let me check. No. I was wrong. Sunken Ship, Volcanic Grotto, Tower of the Moon. We have to go through like a ton of these places again to find like all the stuff that we missed. I'm gonna go to the ones that I remember vividly, and then next stream we'll be more meticulous about it. Because what I want to do, what I hope I can do, is I hope I can get Erdrick's sword. I would like to get Erdrick's sword. And to do that, I need Orichalcum. But to get Orichalcum, I don't know where. I have to. I'm assuming it's I'm assuming it's somewhere behind an ultimate key door or chest. And I need to go find it. There's no treasure here. Middenhall might have something in its treasure room. Like the kingdoms might have something in their treasure room, so we're gonna go there. We're gonna go to the treasure rooms in the kingdoms. Yeah. Right, there may even be a locked door or two. I know some of the towns have... Oh, we gotta go to the prisons. We gotta go fight the guys that are in the prisons. Well, hello there. Hello there. Yes, we will wear you. We also don't have Erdrick's helm. Oh, right, we gotta take the mark of Erdrick over to that guy. And then he'll give us the helm. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Correct, correct, correct. Although we killed this guy, right? Yeah, we ended up killing this guy. Okay. There's one more. Oh, right, we couldn't find it. We didn't have Snoop, and I got tired of looking. But now we have Snoop. And now we can find it. Huh? Just gotta get around real quick. It was literally just a pot that I didn't see. Oh well. Alright, fine. We'll do a little bit more. I got like 6 more minutes before I gotta... Or before I want to head out, so... Oh yeah. Put your ring that gives us money back on. There's nothing here. We have to go check buildings. Oh, we have to go back and check the inn at Middenhall. There's an ultimate key chest somewhere in an inn in some town. So we gotta check that once we're done here. I don't know what to do with the rest of my day. I should do something productive, but knowing me, I won't. Have I ever been upstairs? Oh, look at that. A mini medal in the flowers. I would like to be productive today. I just need to find something to be productive with. Oh, and the well. There's also an ultimate key chest in the well, I think. Yeah. There's also Galen's tomb we can finally navigate. So we'll probably do that as well. Not today, but next time. Gawain's got a pretty good amount of stuff to deal damage with. I'm going to give this a Caradoc for metal slime hunting. Not that we're going to do that, but in the event we encounter metal slimes in the final boss dungeon, would be nice to have. Does Leftwind have a well? We have to check again. Nope. Immediately just gonna go into the building. Because I think everything here is accounted for. Nope. Up and over. Another blessed bikini would be good, just to have the best defenses we can accrue. Oh, what a bastard. Okay, this is the creepy guy. Whoa. Oh, he's like actually just a suspicious guy. I thought he was a monster we would have to fight like the other ones, but nope. He's just a weirdo. Okay. Fine. That's taken care of. Oh, another cutscene. I didn't realize. I should probably go to my throne room. You have a worry for your sakes. He's speaking up at your quest. Further, do not judge him harshly. Okay. That's kind of nice. That's funny. Okay, reconciliation. Oh, I didn't see this. I did not know this was here. I mean, clearly I did, because I've been here, but I forgot. Rabbit tail. A garter. Oh, my stars and garters. And then another one here. Rabbit ear. Oh, that's like the whole... That's the whole rabbit set. The Queen of Middenhall was lost not a long time ago, and the Queen of Murmur no longer died. Perhaps this is why our queen worries so for the princes and princesses of our sister realms. It do be true. the queens of these realms do be dropping like flies. Let's go talk to Gawain's dad. Maybe there's an extra cutscene with him. Maybe there's many cutscenes with him that I haven't, like, gone through. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, cool. Apparently, we have all grown. I kind of believe it though. I think this game does a much better job getting across that our characters have sort of grown up. Better than some of the other stuff that I've seen. I don't want to go to any dungeons for today. I think we will save that for the scavenger hunt tomorrow. But I do want to go through the towns at least. Oh, right, yeah. There's not going to be anything here. There might be something here. No. A couple of towns. Just a couple towns I want to check out. And Moonbrook to see if there's a cutscene for her. Yeah, we gotta go check the inn. That store. Nope. Yeah, so we might not even finish it this week. I'm taking stock of everything we still got to do and everything we can do at the moment, and yeah, no. No. The final boss is not next stream, I don't think, because we got to do a dungeon. We still have a dungeon to do. We have some of the side quests to do as well. So I don't think we're out of the woods just yet. I don't know who that is. It's a random 407 number. And then they hung up. Okay. Moonbrook. I have a DM. Who DMing me? Oh. My friends are posting Dynasty Warriors memes at me. Yeah, look at him go. Putting shit back together and stuff. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, they care about her. That's nice. These are nice little scenes. I'm a big fan. Oh, we need safe passage. Yeah, Snoop. Snoop is definitely gonna help us here. How the? Oh, right. Okay, no, that one I knew about. Okay. There's just one more treasure. Gotta keep scanning with Snoop. Gotta keep snooping around. Nothing? Interesting. Still nothing? Where the fuck is this last, Oh my god, there's no way I would have figured that shit out. Are you kidding? Alright. Brook, Swamp Shrine, Pillars of the Shrine. I don't want to do any of this. What I want to go to is the Shrine of Rain to present the Mark of Erdrick to get the Erdrick Helm. Because I'm gonna forget. Oops, it is not the Shrine of Rain. It might be the Shrine of the Spirit. Nope, it's not this one either. It's a shrine. I'll fucking figure out which one it is in a second. Shrine of Revelations. Nope. You give me a goddamn second. I'll figure this out. Sanctum. Yes. How strange. There are words inscribed upon it. May victory smile upon you, great hero of Aliahan. What is an Aliahan? Perhaps someone's name or one of the world's lesser known regions. It's the world above! That's cool. I like that they're acknowledging Dragon Quest III like that. They've done a pretty good job rearranging the way all this stuff rearranging the way all this stuff interacts. I'm quite happy with it. To be true. Yeah, there's like a bunch of places we gotta go to, but I don't really feel like doing them right now. And honestly, it'll make for a much better like full stream of just doing that. Because we have to like go through all of these and look and do our snooping and whatnot. So I think from here we'll just go back to Middenhall, save, and then call it a day. Especially because we do have like a couple side dungeons I want to do before I finish the game. Okay, now I'm just faffing about. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go get something to eat and maybe think on some things and see if I can pull myself together to do something productive with my day. Anyway, until next time, folks, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.